working towards anything. I'm right now working towards the Tempest. That's the one I'm going for. Let's do this.
Agent, this is the area we need you to stabilize. Time is of the essence, Agent.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Alright, so that one we knocked out pretty quick. I think it's always a good idea to take this position first because there's some nice specialty ammo here, as you can see. And if you're running something like I am, like a classic M1A, you want to make sure you're getting as much bang for your buck as possible, you know, so that's where the specialty ammo definitely becomes a big help, you know. I want to traverse this area as quickly as I can because this is about the worst place you can get attacked by a kill squad. You do not want to be, you know, getting caught fighting a kill squad there. That's like a really bad position.
Hostile control point nearby.
Okay. Now, the problem with going up this way is I always hit an enemy patrol on my 12 o'clock. Between 12 and 1. You see right there, boom, every time like clockwork.
Got one right over there.
Come on, clear the wall, dude. You see, look, there's more of them right there. You see that? Shit, this is not a retaliation area. You see, so they spawn from behind you. Okay, get into cover.
System restored.
Target's not dead. That's another UOV.
I got enemies coming from every which way. As you can see, we went through like all our ammo, just trying to clean out the control point. And we still have enemies coming up on our 6.
Reinforcements incoming.
All right, here we go.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got?
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Heavily armored hostile. Okay, so once we get to the last control point, we'll have to break down the gear there. The second the control point is taken, it's really critical to immediately get on to your inventory and start breaking stuff down. Especially, you know, when you have these consecutive retaliations, you don't have time to really break anything down. So let's see if we're gonna. Okay, jump the wall. There you go.
Hostile kill squad nearby.
Here we go.
Stay alert.
Where are they? There they are. Oh, bad position. Where the hell are they? This is a bad position too. And this place.
Control point nearby.
That's where I need to be, where he just took that position. That's my position. No. You stay put. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet. We gotta be smart here. Yeah, we're not gonna bother going back for that. We gotta make, even with 9 minutes, we gotta use every bit of time we can. That's one thing I've learned during these Black Tusk, especially retaliations, is that these guys will frickin' bleed your time off really bad. They will intercept you at every frickin' turn, and then you won't have you won't have anything left. Or you'll really be crunched for time, which will just stress you out. You know, that'll make it that much more difficult. And instead of, you know, digging in and trying to get every last guy, with the Black Tusk ones, there are so many enemies that there's no time to do that. Let's recharge our drone, grab some more ammo, and boogie. Got to get to this objective as quickly as we can. There's a good high ground position up there in case you get attacked over here. Oh, here we go. Now we got a med kit there if things get really bad and I have to fall back. And always watch your left here because there's always enemies spawning from the left. Yep, you hear that? Yeah, look at that. By grabbing ammo up here, we can get down to our defensive position and hold it. And we don't need to worry about grabbing the ammo there. There's probably still some enemies hanging around here somewhere. Okay.
En route.
We'll put this guy right here.
Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
This is a great example of why the high ground is so critical.
Plate's wasted.
Hostile detected.
Man down! Man down! Up there! Post up him!
That guy's done.
Agent, they've mustered one last assault. If we break them here, they're done.
Okay. So, we're going to accept this afterwards. I got a little stuff in the inventory from picking this up, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
The civilians are safe.
Alright, so West Potomac. Oh, this is a tough one. This is a really tough
You're in
one.
position.
Too much open ground. You know, very, very tricky environment.
Secure those control points, Agent. Quickly.
Roger. Uh-oh.
Drones are up.
Uh-oh, oh no. Sha-na-na-na-na-na. The army life is crap, my style. Oh, here, no, we don't need that specialty ammo. What we need to do is make sure nobody is coming up on our 6 at the worst possible time. There's somebody over there, too. Oh, hello. Whoa, I hear foots, or feet. I hear footfalls. I hear footfalls. Alright, let's give him the good shit. Okay, now my technique for this area is that I put a turret up here on the corner, because this keeps the enemies, as they come up from that corner there, occupied. It doesn't really have a good angle at them from that side, but once they get, when they're close enough to be a danger to me, then they end up, oh, I need ammo. Then they end up in a really bad spot, because then they're getting shot from behind while I'm hitting them from the front, and yeah, it just turns into a meat grinder.
Incoming.
You do not want to be caught between
Detecting additional
interlocking
hostile
fields of
contacts.
fire. That's a bad day.
The armored hostile detected. System disrupted. System back online. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Okay. So this next distance we're going to cover is really tricky. It's actually much harder than the distance between the next objective and the, what do you call it, the obelisk, you know, yeah, this, the flooded levee, because this is a big open area and I have to stay right, because if I get too close to the border, it has enemies spawning from another area that I can't pursue. You know, it's ridiculous. It's like, so in fact,
Control point
you know what I'm going to
detected.
do? I think I'm going to attack from this side this time. Because I do not want enemies attacking from the other direction, and then the game basically forcing me into having to fight them on the border, where they can basically fall back out of my zone, and I can't even pursue them into it, which is how it kind of gypped me once. So now I know, do not get close to the border. It's better to take this route, even though it's longer. There's much more concealment. shoot. Look at how much enemy contact I'm getting.
Right there! Man down!
You know what else is over here too? Are more ammo crates. There's one in that building directly ahead of us. Right here. So if you do take this route, you do end up being better supplied. Alright, we got enemies spawning from right next to it. Okay. Alright, we need to get into our defensive position first, and then we'll initiate. In 5 minutes, I think we can make it work.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
This should be a good position here. Nice, got some ammo.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Very foggy over here, I can barely see them. We'll leave that up there while we scavenge real quick. probably going to be enemies trying to converge on me while I'm doing this. All right, let's quickly break down some gear. And then we're going to push on to the last hill, so to speak. All right. That should do it. All right, I think we can make do with that. We already good on ammo. You definitely want to grab as much of this titanium and stuff that gets dropped because that's really valuable. Yep, look, we got enemies coming out at 12 o'clock. This is a bad position. And what is, there is our final direction. Now cutting through this area is tricky. There's a lot of,
Eyes up, Agent.
oh, here we go.
Black Tusk kill squad on site. Looks like you know somebody.
There they are, 12 o'clock. I mean, look at all this stuff, though. We got one more. I'm gonna have to push.
Squad down.
Well, the good news is we got a couple of armor kits dropped, which is useful. And we're basically back to the same time we had before, though. So, I hope there's an ammo crate around here. Oh, I know where it is. It's in there. Come on, come on, come on. As you can see, we went through a lot of ammo on that fight there. Yes, sir. All right, we could take the shortcut right through here. And it's a contained environment, so if I do run into anyone, I can lose them around the corners. Open ground is the worst place to be evading enemies. You know, they'll be right on you the whole time. And is there a loot crate here? No, I think there's one behind me, but we're gonna forget about it. I need to focus on making good time. Because you never know what's going to happen in between objectives, where you end up then losing your, where you then lose all your progress.
Another dead asshole.
Amazingly, that did not alert the enemies, even though I fired some rounds right into their position.
UAV's going out.
You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'm definitely for my approach here, but I'm going to push on the left.
Gonna stay down.
Ow.
Got their range.
Okay. Okay, these guys are running my time out. The good news is we got plenty of ammo that was left behind here.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected.
I'm gonna have to go down for ammo. All right, now we need to kick up the throttle.
Target ready.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Okay, cool. We did it. Now we're going to go police up all the stuff we got out of the loot crates from the 2 areas we did, but it was successful. I mean, really, the frustration of having to break equipment down in the middle of the retaliation is probably one of the biggest detriments. So taking the time to get rid of everything out of your inventory you don't need, I say, is probably the most important part of doing retaliation, because you just feel like an idiot freaking losing all this gear on the ground just because you didn't get everything prepared beforehand. So if you're about to do a retaliation, it's just a good idea anytime you finish an activity to eliminate all the excess crap in your inventory. Just get rid of it, because yeah, you're just going to end up missing out, and yeah, you don't want that. Remember, all that stuff is all protective fabric, weapon components, and if you go in there with about half of an inventory, like, half of the space is empty, you're going to get a lot of loot. Oh, look at that. It's like a portable radar station.
The civilians are safe for now.
Cool. All right, okay, now we're working here. So 4, 3, 4. All right, that's not bad. I mean, and then yeah, and then in that I forgot the number I got from the other one, but that should have us pretty close. Like to we'll go back anyway just to take a look, but maybe, just maybe, we are where we need to be. Just maybe. not for sure, but maybe. Take a look here. If not, no big deal. Go agitate and do another one. And this is a full auto. Okay, so we're almost there. 9 more. So no big deal. I'm not sweating it. I'm not pissed. I can do that. 9 more. That's one complete Black Tusk Retaliation, and I have everything else I need to assemble that. So coming soon. Don't touch that dial. We're gonna be doing that as the next video to get the Tempest, and then I will build it and we'll take it to the range and see how it works. It should be pretty cool. It's basically getting a submachine gun, a machine pistol, except it's apparently full auto, not burst, Like a 93 Raffica is a burst weapon, but apparently the Tempest is a full auto version according to Google. So that would be pretty cool. That'll give us a very interesting angle, for a build. You could definitely mess with that and take advantage more of the pistol aspect of a gear set benefits and specialization tree benefits. Because some of them, you get upwards of 50% additional pistol damage. Yeah, especially with Douglas and Harding. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so stay tuned.